Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the top of our committee week. This is our zoning committee. I am Councilmember Marcy Collier Overstreet, and we are calling this meeting to order. I just want to show everyone that someone brought me a gavel that would make no noise, but they didn't know I had another one.
There's three up here.
Three gavels.
1, 2, 3.
And we shall use them. But so thank you for joining us today for our zoning committee. And I am joined by my esteemed colleagues. To my far right is Amir Faroki. Right next to me is Councilmember Andrea Boone. To my far left is Councilmember Matt Westmoreland. And next to him would be Councilmember Howard Shook. And next to me, to my left, is Councilmember Mary Norwood, and we constitute a quorum, which means we can conduct the city's business today, and that we shall. So we will start with adoption of the agenda. A motion to adopt. Is there a second? Second by Norwood. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. And we're moving on. We'll go to approval of the minutes. I move to approve the minutes. Is there a second? Second by Shook. Please prepare the votes.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed.
Thank you. I do not have a list of anyone that signed up for public comment. Although you do have the right to do so, you will get 3 minutes to speak if you would like to. Okay, seeing none, we will move on. Today we do have a public hearing. Our first agenda item requires a public hearing. The motion is to open the public hearing. May I please have a second? Second by Matt Westmoreland. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed to 6 yeas, 0 nays.
We are now in our public hearing. Director of Zoning and Development, Kieta Holmes, will read the caption for the public hearing item.
Item number 1, 22-0-1730, MRPA 2203, an ordinance by zoning committee to grant a certificate under the provisions of the Metropolitan River Protection Act for a single-family dwelling with 2 accessory structures for property located at 2421 Paul Avenue Northwest, 0.334 acres, in land lot 253 of the 17th District, Fulton County, Georgia. Owner, the Middle Housing Company, LLC. Applicant, Knox Rawson, MPUD, Council District 9.
Thank you. At this time, this is when we would normally hear the public comment specifically related to 22-0-1730. No one is signed up to speak on this legislation, so I move to close the public hearing, and I need a second. Second by Matt Westmoreland. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. It's 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, colleagues, now we need to approve the item. I motion to approve it. There's a second by Westmoreland. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you. Moving on to ordinances for second read. Ms. Holmes, please read the captions for our second reads.
Madam Chair, if I could take items 2 through 5 together.
Yes, please.
Item number 2, 22-0-1383, Z2239, an ordinance by zoning committee designating the Philadelphia School located at 1158 Philadelphia Street Southwest to the landmark, to the designation of landmark building or site, property zoned R4. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. Item number 3, 22-0-1636, Z2248, an ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from single-family residential to community business district for property located at 1185 Ira Street. Staff and ZRB recommendation approval, MPU recommendation approval conditional. Item number 4, 22-0-1639, Z-2251, an ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from planned development housing to planned development housing for a change of conditions for property located at 1321 Audubon Court Southwest. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. And item number 5, 22-0-1640, Z-2252, an ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from residential general sector 2 to residential general sector 3 for property located at 1950 Sylvan Road Southwest. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval.
Thank you. And I move to approve those items. Is there a second? Second, Boone. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Madam Chair, if I could take items 6, 11, and 14 together.
Yes, please.
Item number 6, 22-0-1688, U-2217, an ordinance by zoning committee for a special use permit for a hotel pursuant to 1634-0071J for property located at 1005 Howell Mill Road. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. Item number 11, 22-0-1583, Z-2246, an amended ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from heavy industrial to mixed residential commercial for property located at 990 Brady Avenue and 1008 Brady Avenue. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. And item number 14, 22-0-1687, Z-2247, an ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from mixed residential commercial conditional, commercial service district, and light industrial to mixed residential commercial for property located at 1005 Howell Mill Road. The request is to hold these items.
Move to hold by Matt Westmoreland, second by Overstreet. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you.
And Madam Chair, if I could take items 7 through 10 and 12 and 13 together.
Yes, please.
Item number 7, 22-0-1380, Z-2228, an amended ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from light industrial beltline overlay to mixed residential commercial conditional beltline overlay for property located at 220 Pearl Street. Staff recommendation denial, MPU recommendation, ZRB recommendation approval conditional. Item number 8, 22-0-1464, Z-2253, an ordinance by Councilmember Alex Swan as amended by zoning committee to amend the regulations of the Cheshire Bridge Road North Neighborhood Commercial District by amending regulations to allow parking structures in lots within the district. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. Item number 9, 22-0-1465, Z-2254, an ordinance by Councilmember Alex Swan as amended by zoning committee to amend the regulations of Cheshire Bridge Road South Neighborhood Commercial District by amending regulations to allow parking structures and lots within the district and for other purposes. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval. Item number 10, 22-0-1581, Z-2242, an amended ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from commercial service district beltline overlay and two-family residential beltline overlay to mixed residential commercial conditional beltline overlay for property located at 241 Boulevard Northeast. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval conditional. Item number 12, 22-0-1644, Z-2258, an amended ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from single-family residential to single-family residential for property located at 1101 Church Street. Staff, MPU, and ZRB recommendation approval conditional. Item number 13, 22-0-1587, U-2214, an amended ordinance by zoning committee for a special use permit for an outdoor amusement enterprise pursuant to 1618 S005 for property located at 485 Foundry Street. Staff recommendation, ZRB recommendation approval conditional, MP recommendation denial.
Thank you, Ms. Holmes. For those items, my recommendation is I motion to approve as amended. Second by Westmoreland. Please prepare the vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays.
Well, that brings us all the way to the end of our day. We have no walk-ins, we have no requested items, and now we're at general remarks. Colleagues, anyone have any general remarks? None. That means all of our hearts and minds are clear. And in that case, we are adjourned.